Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Hello everyone and welcome to your English class. In our lesson today, we will finish with our unit which is titled You've Got Mail. Our lesson today is the project and the self-reflection lesson in your books, page 44 and 45. All we need for the lesson today is your books, page 44 and 45, a sheet of paper and a pen to take down your notes. So let's get started. By the end of today's lesson, you will be able to design a greeting card. Then you will be able to fill a self-reflection form. Let's get started with the first one. Okay, what do we mean when we're saying a greeting card? It's actually a card that you are going to send to greet someone, wish them the best, saying thank you, or give them maybe saying get well soon if they are sick or have graduated. Okay, in your books, page 44, in here, you are supposed to design a greeting card for the Saudi Arabia National Day. So we're having the occasion in here, a happy occasion that we celebrate as Saudis every September, the 23rd of September. So you will come up with a design. Try to be as creative as you can. You can draw it, you can use a computer, you can use any application that comes in hand under your hand, so you can design your own. Use the suitable colors, which are green and white, so you will come with something that is related to the theme of the celebration or the occasion, which is the Saudi National Day. Next, and number 2, think about events and emotions on that day and complete the chart. Here we're going to collect some words that are related to the idea of celebrating the Saudi National Day. At the beginning in here, we're having actions on that day. When they are actions, we're going to use verbs. What verbs do you think that we can use? We will say that celebrate, maybe enjoy, spend, remember. And if you will say feel proud maybe, or any verb that comes to your mind that is related to the event. How about the second one? Naming words on that day. When we're speaking about names, we're speaking about nouns in here. What nouns can you remember or comes to your mind? We're having Saudi Arabia, maybe Riyadh, home. You can speak about King Abdulaziz, or we're having celebrations. How about the following? Describing words. Words that describe, we mean here adjectives for that day. A word that gives a description of a noun, these are adjectives. What adjectives comes to your mind? For me, maybe I will say modern, developed, safe, and peaceful. I will describe my country. Then, we're having also emotion words on that day. These are actually adjectives as well, however, they will describe how you feel in that day. Maybe we can use words like happy, proud. These are words, or let's say adjectives that describe how you will feel. Fill the chart with the suitable words based on your choice and how you feel towards the event. Okay, number 3, write 2 or 3 sentences or messages about Saudi Arabia's National Day using some of the ideas or the words you listed above in the chart. We can use these words. Let's come up with sentences that we can use. Maybe, Happy Saudi National Day. And I will say, proud to be Saudi. Or we will say, a home for us. All of these are words that we can use them as slogans, and we can add them to our greeting cards. Then, we can, number 4, design your card. Search and find suitable photos or pictures, or draw your own. Make sure that your photo, drawing is related to your sentences. What have you thought about? I have thought about anything that it could be. What comes to your mind is the idea of being green. Maybe this design would work. Saudi National Day, 23rd of September, we're having the flag and we're having the logos. Also, you can use this one. We're having here white and green, and we're having here the Saudi flag and Happy Saudi National Day. You can search the internet for anyone. You can draw your own if you like drawing, or you can draw, and you can design your own. Okay, number 5. Choose the sentence or sentences that you are going to include and write them on your card. Now we have got our card. Now I will send it to someone, so we will greet them with the Saudi National Day. What words can we say or add? Maybe I will say, wish you a happy Saudi National Day. Or I will say, we are all proud to be Saudi. You can use these or those. Also we can say, it is a day to remember. You can write it inside your greeting card. Then the last thing, which is decide who you are going to send your card to, and this step can come at the beginning because you will change your design based on the receiver or the one who's going to get yours. Who are you going to send your greeting card to? Maybe for me, I will send it to a friend. If you're not a Saudi, you can send it to Saudi friend. To a relative who's living away from you, and also maybe to your parents or to your classmates. And you can choose whether you're going to print it and hand it to them, you will mail it, or you will email it to them. Text messages will be an option as well. Okay, this is all about the project. How about the self-reflection part in your book's page 45? When we're speaking about the self-reflection, what do we mean? It is actually the idea of a way of assessing yourself, your ways of working, and how you study. What are we speaking about in here? Now you are going to put yourself in the teacher's place, and you're going to look back at what you have done already in this unit, and you will ask yourself, am I doing well? What were the parts that I did very well in them, and I got them? And the other part that I need to practice more and more. So ask yourself such a question about what we have taken so far in this unit. So to reflect is to think about your learning and improvement. It's about the idea of rethinking, thinking about what we have done through this unit. Okay, so before we do the self-reflection, you need to brainstorm your ideas. What have we taken so far in this unit? Ask yourself this question, and you can flip through the unit to give the answer. We've spoken about the idea of keeping in touch. When you are trying to communicate with others, sending messages, sending emails, calling them, so means of communication. Also, the idea of plural, how to form from a singular, one, into plural. You will change the noun from singular into plural. Also, we've spoken about the definite article the. We're having definite and the indefinite. We have focused on the definite the. Also, we have compared between used to versus would. When do we use this and when do we use that? Also, the idea of short vowels. We're having many vowels, however, we focused on the short ones. Then, we've spoken about although, even though, and in spite of, conjunctions. Also, we have spoken about the idea of emails, how to organize your email, what to write here, the formal and the informal email. Let me ask you a question. Which one of these was your favorite part? It was very interesting, and you are interested in it. Maybe you can tell, I liked the idea of keeping in touch and comparing means of communication with others. However, some people won't like certain things. It's not my favorite. Not difficult, however, I didn't like it. You can choose anyone that you believe that it's not your type. Some of these, which was easy. Not I like it, it was easy. It was a piece of cake for me. You can choose anyone. I believe the short vowels was easy, the plurals were easy as well. How about something that wasn't very easy? It was a bit challenging. I need to practice more. Choose any one of these and say, that it is a bit challenging, so you have to revisit it, to revise it one more time. Okay, let's take them one by one. In your book's page 33, we have discussed the idea of discussing email and letters, and letter format, and the etiquette, which is the format. How can you write an email or a letter? The organization of the email could be, at the beginning you will start with the subject line, because this is the first thing the receiver or the reader of the email will find it in their mailbox. If it's a question about the homework, write homework. If it is asking for a favor, you will write the name of the favor. So you have to be very specific and clear about the subject. Then the opener, like dear, are you speaking in a formal or informal way? Hi, Melanie, or you will say dear Mr. Someone. Also, the body, which is the core and the main thing that you want to deliver. I want to ask for a favor. Here you are going to ask for the favor. Then we will get to the body, and by the end you will come to the closure part, which is in which you will say best regard and the other things. It is something like this one. Here at the beginning we're having the email. Notice the subject, visit you from in Paris. This is the opening. Hi Olivia. Here we will get the body. She will tell her about her visit to Paris. And by the end, this is the closure, which is your best friend, Melanie. We will have Melanie. You have to write your name by the very end. Then, on page 33 as well, we've spoken about how to make and accept an apology. Do you remember the meaning of an apology? An apology is actually an expression of regret or remorse for action. I have done something, however, I am sorry for that thing. This is, when you are sorry, you will apologize. You're saying sorry, actually. How do you express apology? You can use, I apologize for not replying for your email. Also, you can say, as clear as, obvious, I'm sorry for doing something. Or, excuse me for not answering or taking your call. If someone is apologizing, it's always a good idea to accept the apology, and you will say, okay. You will say, don't worry, that is all right. Or, I understand that you are busy. Or you might say, no problem, it happens. And it depends on you, your choice, and the receiver, what they're going, your relation together. Also, the other one, which is wishing someone success. A friend graduated, a friend had a new job, you want to wish them the best. You will say, congratulations for the new job, all the best. You can say, I am so happy to hear about the news. And I, as a receiver of this greeting, I could say, thanks a lot. That is so nice of you. You made my day. And thank you will be a good idea. It's always a good idea to reply to someone who's wishing you the best or success. On page 34, we've spoken about using the construction, which is a preposition plus a gerund. What are the prepositions? The prepositions are like the in, on, the against, about, and the others. So in here, you will complete the sentence with a preposition, then it will be followed by a gerund. As a reminder, gerund, verb plus ing, doing as a noun. Let's continue. My friend looks forward. What do you use with looks forward? To playing football after school. Playing is the gerund. My brother is interested in reading science fiction books. Then, our English teacher decided against giving a test tomorrow, and mom insisting on sleeping early. Notice we're having the prepositions to and in, against and on, and all of these are the gerund, which is the verb plus ing, and the whole word is a noun. Okay. Page 34 as well, we've discussed the use of although, even though, and in spite of. These are the conjunctions. They will connect two ideas, two words together. Put them together. So, in here, it was raining, she went out. Raining, so no one is going out. However, she went out. Let's connect these two ideas together. We will say, although it was raining, she went out. Although it was raining, she went out. Then we can say, even though it was raining, she went out. Notice that we have used the format, two sentences next to each other, and we're having the conjunction at the beginning and a comma. Even though, the conjunction, a comma between the two ideas or the two phrases. How about in spite of? In spite of the rain, she went out. Notice, what do we use after in spite of? We use the noun by itself. So, it was raining, no. Because of the rain, in spite of the rain, then use the comma between the two phrases, she went out. And, as you know, we can change the order of the two sentences, the inversion. When we're speaking about the use of the as soon as and when, we have spoken about the idea that it gives you the whole sentence is in the future. However, it's not going to be all well or going to. One part is going to be well, and the other part will be in the present tense. You can revisit this one in your books, page 34, the grammar lesson. When the movie ends, I go to bed. Notice we have when here. When the movie ends, I will go to bed. It gives you the sense like at the beginning the movie will end, then I will go to bed. The order of the action. Ends, will go. Next, number 2. I feel relaxed when I finish my project. Notice here we have when. I will feel relaxed when I finish my project. So finishing, then relaxing. 3. As soon as they finish talking, they go home. As soon as they finish talking, they will go home. At the beginning, they finish talking, then they will go home. The order of the action. And the present tense will be with the as soon as. She get into the bus as soon as it arrive. Which one happens first? The arriving, then getting into the bus. So, she will get into the bus as soon as it arrives. Because here we're having the as soon as is in the second phrase, the following one. So the order of the action makes a difference in the, in the order, in the tense of the verb. On page 34 as well, we've spoken about the use of so, that. So describing comes before the adjective, then you will tell me how sick, how big. Like in here, he was, what's wrong with him? Sick. How sick is he? That we can tell. He was so sick. How sick? That he couldn't go to work. That he couldn't sleep. You will tell me how sick was he? It was so cold that I couldn't feel my hands. Not only cold, very cold. Then, on page 42 in the form, meaning and function, we have compared between used to and would. And we've spoken here about the idea that we're having a state. You can only use to with. However, if it is a habit, something you used to do it regularly in the past, no longer happening, you can use with or would or used to. Let's try to do this. Before the internet, people have computers or even a cell phone. Have. They didn't use to have. They didn't use to have cell phones or computers. Then people speak together on a landline phone. So they used to speak together or used or would speak together. So they used to speak or would speak. They use their phones to take digital images. Could they use their phones to take photos? No. so it's negative. They didn't use to use. Didn't use to use their phones to take photos or digital images. They take photos with a camera that needs a special roll of film. Here we can use they used to take or would take. Next, number 5. They print the photos on a special kind of paper and put them in a photo album. They used to print or would print. So if it is a situation, let's say a habit, so we will use used to or would. You can choose both of them. However, when it is describing someone, or they, let's say, used to have loud voices, or they used to be rich, we can't use would. Okay, on page 43, the use of there is and there are with the singular plural nouns. Let's speak about nouns. Nouns are of two types. Whether they are singular, it means one, like village, man, or a boy, or a newspaper. And we can use or plural, which we can use them like villages, men, boys, or newspapers. With the singular, you will use there is, and with the plural, more than 1, 2, 3 until unlimited, you will use there are. Okay, how about the definite article? Definite article is the. It comes with a singular and a plural noun. So regardless with what the noun is, you can use the with. Where? Before the singular or the plural noun. So before the noun, you will use it. So we will say, I got a dress. The dress was torn. Why have we used the here? Because it is the same dress. Repeated action. I know, you know, and everyone knows. Also, when we say the moon or the sun, because it is one of its kind. The internet, we can use it with the because everyone knows which one is. If you, in your books, page 66, we're having here a list of words. You can go into there, read the words, find the meanings for these words, and choose 2 or 3 to put them in a correctly formed sentence. You will choose it as your favorite word. And if you still have any questions, just revisit the book again, read through the unit again, listen to the audio material if you need any help. And if your question is in grammar, just study the grammar and the function form in the unit again. And if you still have any questions, just ask your teacher. They are always there for you. Okay? I guess that is it for the lesson today. And thank you so much for your time.